Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue looking at some of the most frequently used well-wishing expressions in Chinese. 福寿安康. So yesterday we talked about 幸福安康. And now we just switch one word out and plug in lifespan, the concept of 寿, lifespan, in here, and then the whole tonation of, or the key emphasize, the focus of this expression changed. 幸福安康 is about having a happy life, which means food security, your human shelter security, you're going to stay safe, and that's it. But here, when we have lifespan in there, that's almost like orient this expression toward the longevity aspect of what's considered, good accomplishment in life. That is, you have a blessed lifespan. That's longevity, and of course, it involves 安康 again. It's safety and healthy. So, I mean, recently their concept in English as well. That's instead of lifespan, people talk about health span. So, 幸福安康, I think, is kind of Chinese way to imply that. Not only have a long life, but you also have this safety and healthy state throughout your blessed lifespan. Okay, again, 福, this blessed, have this divine decoder sign on the left and the food production sign or the food security sign in the right. So a divine decoder is made of two horizontal lines. It gives you the heaven and earth. That's where human exists, our space. And then the three vertical lines symbolize the past, present, future. That's our temporal, sense. And divine decoder are using this coordinate of both time and space to give you a forecast or a reading of your past to try to tell your future, right? And supposedly through understand what the divinity is telling them, right? So that's kind of fortune telling back then. Then the right side is food security. It made of this farm field symbol, which is a space quartered, and that's Chinese farm field. Then we have again the horizontal line, one horizontally on the top of the frame. That simply means the sky. And then the oval shape in there means the place underneath the sky. And I guess we can also apply the people living on this land under the sky, and they have farm field, and that's food security. And fortune telling, you're going to have food security. That's the blessing. It's the bless. So I guess the solving the hunger problem is the first foremost important thing. Is about survival. So that's the number one blessing. And eventually this 福 can use to mean all kinds of blessings. And especially in our complicated contemporary living, there are many, many more things. Food security was for the most part no longer an issue for many of us. Then it's considered extended. It was then extended to involve other types of blessings. Okay, but it starts from food security. Now, lifespan is made of this top kind of canopy of the tree with this bending image. That means something is ripening. And okay, the plant, this sun-facing plant symbol, when it has two layers, that means the canopy is already full grown, probably overgrown. So it's like a mature for quite a while that you have two layers of canopies. And now this sign, this tilted sign, that means it's kind of going down because when you get to maturity and you pass your peak, things start to going down, right? So whatever your skeletal muscle system no longer support you to be upright standing right? And I'm using that human, but for a plant, it's like a double layered canopy with some branches already dropping. I mean, some maybe you have fruit in there that kind of dragging the tree branch down that kind of create this slanting image. But in any case, this double layer canopy with the slanting means things are pretty mature and probably over mature. And then this horizontal line plus this vertical line, somebody said it's a sugar, not a sugar, it's a cane, walking cane. So I guess, over time, old people, they cannot walk without assistance. So using a cane is kind of a security for them to facilitate walking safely. And some scholars said this 2 layers of canopy with a tilt also signifies the puffing hair, because when people are old, they probably no longer care about how they look that much, and they can just let their hair run wild. I don't exactly like that image, because you don't necessarily give up on how you look, right? It's still part of your daily grooming. Is still part of how you take care of yourself. Doesn't mean old people don't care, therefore they don't care for themselves. But in any case, I like my tree canopy symbol to mean things are over ripening. And this is one interpretation of using this walker thing. Both of them are signifying old age. Now we have this reverse S curve thing, kind of like that, right? And then you have a pot of the same curve rendered inside. That no scholar so far I've read talks about what exactly that means. And my interpretation would be, it almost symbolize, there's a song of row your boat down the stream, right? And life is about a dream, something like that song. And this traveling through down the river in that song, as well as in the consciousness of another culture in Chinese, also this traveling through the water channel, but in this zigzag shape, kind of help us visualize or understand the life's journey. It's not a straight line. You have to travel zigzag way or S-curve way. And for me, it symbolized the ups and downs, the twists and turns of life. Just visualize like that. And then the bottom is the mouse symbol. Mouse symbol simply means this is about a person, because we use mouse count to count it as an existence instead of a head count, right? In US, we have head count of household in US Census. So head count is the English expression, but the Chinese expression is mouth count, because that's still a mouth that can eat and can speak. And that's what's boiled down to the essential functions of a human. It's still a consumer and a creator, or opinion speaker, something like that. So the symbol, all these old age, the twists and turns of life, and the human life itself, the mouse count, all stacking up together to mean lifespan. That means this person, this is a head count, right? I mean, mouse counts concept in Chinese head count. So this head count goes through the twists and turns through life, made it into this old age. And Chinese consider 70 plus as old. And I guess that's centenarian, corresponding to our centenarian today. So whoever can make it to 100 years old, that's the ideal, that's the goal. Like if you can live that late, make it that long lifespan, that means you really do something right in your life, right? You can go through all that twists and turns and still be mouse counted. into your old age. Okay, so that's a Chinese lifespan. And eventually the shou character was used to mean longevity. When we say lifespan, right, it means you made it into a long lifespan. That in itself is already a cultural value embedded in there, because when we talk about a lifespan, and it talks about you go through all the way to the old life stage, at least 70 plus, and then that's considered, that's valued. That's like a major accomplishment in life, that have a long life. So blessed lifespan simply means 福寿, means you're blessed to have a long life. And 安康, again, we have this safe and healthy. Safe have this private dome, I mean, a space with a chimney on the top, private space. And this is a woman or daughter. So it can be general as a woman, or it can be specific as unmarried woman, somebody's daughter. Daughter live under the safe place, and that's safety, the sense of safety created in that image. And we have this crop symbol. You see this draping thing? That's slanted. Is, even if it's a small stroke, it signifies so much for this character. For this is older people, right? And this is older plant. That means the plant is ready to be harvested. That's the crop symbol. And then we have the right side, that's food processing. That's using two hands, taking out the grains from its shell, this deshelling process. And we have this puncturing, this convex shape connected to vertical line. That's kind of you can visualize it as a needle and puncturing through this horizontal line, a surface. So it's kind of piercing through some space. In the context of a grain processing, that will be getting rid of the shells from the grain. I mean, I never in my lifetime do that. So I don't exactly know how that happened, how that works. How do you take out the shell from the grain itself? And you end up with edible part, and you get rid of the shell, right? And this deshelling process of getting rid of the shells from the grain, paired with this crop sign together, means the shell itself. Because mi, this is rice, this is the edible part. That's it itself is already a symbol. That means already deshelled, is ready to eat. That to achieve that, you have to have the whole process, right? And that paired with this crop, that means the discarded part. And I'm not sure people exactly discard it. I mean, use the shells to feed animals, domesticated farm animals. And eventually this character, this deshelling process, or the shell itself, to mean healthy. So I guess this food processing, and then implied the dieting, and implied you take care of your food, and then therefore you're taking care of your diet, and you're having a healthy life eventually. So this is really diet-based concept of being healthy. Okay, so you have not only you have a blessed lifespan, which is a long life, you live in safety and you remain healthy. Okay, so that's Chinese way to say 福寿安康 is having a happy long life. And I'm showing this couple in in their old age that would considered a good lifespan, right? It's a blessed, and they are still smiling and standing together, strong together. And that's a visual definition of what 福寿安康 looks like. That's a life well lived and happy long life. They're still, couple, they're still happy together. And that's the definition. 福寿安康. Cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.